episode. Tonight this evening, I am leaving Stephenville. I'm headed to the big city of Meridian, and I'm going to the least. I'm going to crawl up in a ladder stand and sit at a feeder for a couple hours. The high for today was like 92 degrees, which is insane for November. Not very common. Maybe the pigs will be moving. I don't know. We're just going to have to go sit and see because you can't kill anything sitting on the couch. I hope the tank's not too dried up. This is the same stand where I shot my buck and that pig that evening that you guys saw. So hopefully the pigs will come down, get them a little bit of drink of water and maybe grab them a bite to eat, but it's going to be their last. Gotta love those colors. I love seeing the yellows and the browns and the oranges starting to come out. We've got some pretty cool weather, but unfortunately today it was 92 degrees. What's the best thing you can do when it's hot outside? Go sit a water hole. I hope I don't spook anything off. There may be something at this feeder, but I won't know until I get closer. The best thing to do when you're sneaking into a feeder really late to get in the stand is, if you don't know if there's something there, is to get a little ways away and just stop and listen. If you stop for about 3 or 4 minutes and just listen, usually if there's something there, it'll make noise. There's the top of the feeder. I'm a pretty good ways out, but I'm just going to stand here for a second, or move forward a little bit, get a little bit closer, and then I'm going to stop and listen, see if I can hear anything. If not, I'm going to sneak up on it a little bit closer, and if there's nothing there, I'm going to sneak up and get in the stand as quietly as I can. Nothing. smokes. Dude, that was freaking wild. As soon as I got here super late, obviously, but I got up in the stand and I didn't know what time the feeder was going to go off. There was no corn on the ground, so I texted James. I said, hey, what time does the feeder go off? He said 6:30, and it's 7 o'clock, there's no corn on the ground. So I didn't know if the battery was dead on the feeder or if something had come through and cleaned the corn up. Well, I get down and I go over there to test it and to test the feeder and check and see if there's any corn in there, and there's none. There's no corn. So I was like, well, crap, I guess since it was so hot today, I guess I'll get back up in the stand and sit over this water hole. And I was looking at my phone and I wasn't paying attention, and this pig comes walking right past the feeder and he comes right down to the mud hole and he starts wallowing. That's got to be one of the biggest pigs I've ever shot with a bow. I'd been sitting here for about 45 minutes and I texted James and I said, do you even think it would be worth it for me to sit here? And with as hot as it was today, that big old nasty boar came right down this trail right in front of me and right into the tank. The wind is perfect. He had no clue that I was even here. Yes. He ran off with my arrow, and he probably ran 40 yards, if that. I'm going to sit here, give him plenty of time, because that's a big old nasty pig, and I didn't bring a gun with me. Maybe another pig will come into the watering hole. Oh, and I've almost forgot to mention, I grabbed onto the camera arm on this tree right here and twisted it to adjust you guys down here to the tank. And as soon as I moved it, the camera falls out of the camera arm again. I don't know what the heck's going on with this thing, but it falls, and it was in midair, and I catch it on the back side of the camera, and he didn't even know. The pig didn't know. That just goes to show you right there that pigs cannot hear worth a darn. But I caught the camera midair, just on the back side of it, and I grabbed it real quick, and I put it back on the camera arm. I wasn't even ready. I wasn't ready at all. I didn't even have an arrow knocked. Call myself a hunter. I wasn't even ready. He slipped right in here on me. I knocked an arrow really quick, turned on my sniper hog lights. He's laying right there, has no clue that there's even a light shining on him. Slipped it to him. The slick trick, raptor trick, does it again. Whew, yes. We're going to get down here in just a minute and go check him out. I've got to fix his camera arm. I can't have a stinking $2,000 camera falling out of the tree every time I come hunt. Whew, yes. That's awesome. It's just a pig. I know it's just a pig, but this is what it does to me. Oh, there's not many things that make me do that. This right here. I'm so jacked up. So excited. That's a big pig. Yes. There he is. He came right to the water, and I told you guys it would. If I had a pig come in to, get something to drink, grab a bite to eat, it'd be his last. And we got a dead pig that just took his last. Whew, thank you, Lord. It's not very often that you shoot a pig that size with a bow and recover it. Praise the Lord. Thank you for the evening sit. Thank you for the time out in the woods as a big old stinky hog that we get out of here. Whew. I'm going to see if I can't fix this camera arm and maybe sit here for a few more minutes, give him some more time. I'm going to text James and some buddies, and we'll see if something else will come back in. There's another pig. What the heck? I gotta fix this camera arm and hopefully I can shoot him. Maybe he'll come in. I knew I saw something black wandering around out in the field. I gotta hurry up and fix his camera arm, and maybe he'll come into the water and I can shoot him too. brought a tripod with me. The wind is right back in my face, and that pig, that other little boar, is still out there in the field. I think I'm gonna go put a stock on him for you guys. I can't sit here and watch him any longer. I don't know if he's gonna come in or not, but I'm just gonna grab my tripod, my bow, rangefinder. We're gonna sneak up on him. We're gonna see if I can't put an arrow through him too. I'm gonna see if I can't hug this tree line right here. I'm gonna see if I can hug that tree line and then maybe pop out and get close enough to him to get a shot. It's kind of difficult to do in the dark. He's still out there. I got the rangefinder. Let's go shoot another hog. You guys are gonna be my eyes. I'm not gonna use any lights. I'm just gonna use the IR on this camera. We're gonna sneak all the way out there on him and hopefully run an arrow through. I got about halfway down this tree line, and I guess he moseyed off back into the brush, or hightailed it, one of the two. It took me a minute to get set up and get on this tripod, and I made it about halfway down this tree line, and I popped out from around this tree, and I don't see him anywhere. I guess we're gonna go back over here and take a look at this big old nasty pig. This is always my method of choice. Well, I'd say this is always my method of choice. I prefer to have a gun in my hands while stalking up on the backside of this thing, but this is how I do it with a bow. And then just walk. That's a big old nasty dead pig. It looks like I almost got a pass through, or maybe I did get a pass through right there. Here's my arrow right there. It is broken half. Figures. I knew he landed on it, but at least I got it back. I think it's disgusting. It's rolling over. Oh shoot, I gotta do it with both hands. There ain't no way. Might have been a touch bit high, but golly, that was right about, oh, hold on. Could be mistaken here. No, okay. Perfect. Right through the shoulders. Missed the shield. This is the shield right up here, guys. And I know it's hard for you to see it, but right here, it's raised up off of his shoulder, or off of his neck. That's where his shield is right there. And I missed just underneath it, because it forms, and it's right up in here, in this area, and I hit just below it. I can actually see my arrow sticking out of him right there. Part of it. I don't know where the rest of it is. I guess it's inside of him. I'm gonna let him keep it. Big old nasty hog. What a hunt, guys. I gotta love it, man. This is not the biggest pig I've ever shot with my bow, but a huge pig nonetheless. I tried to get down this fence line back here, this tree line back here behind me, and sneak up on that other pig, but he just wasn't having it. I think he probably saw me. The moon's so bright tonight that he just saw me and took off. That's part of hunting. I got this dude out in front of me. I apologize for for cutting the camera on so late. I didn't even see him or hear him coming. He just slipped right in on me, and he passed up the feeder once he realized there wasn't any corn there, and went right down to the tank and sank down in it and got nice and muddy for me. So he's got a pretty good set of cutters on him, and we're gonna check him out. I may take his head off and have a new set to hang on the wall. I'll just give you guys a little bit of a comparison. This bow is a 32-inch axle to axle, I believe. So he's a little bit over 3 foot long, possibly even a little bit longer. I'm thinking about laying out next to him and getting a better judgment on him. I'd say he's probably about 200, 225. He's a big pig for sure. It's quite amazing how much damage a hog this size can do in one night. So putting him out of his misery helps a lot of farmers and ranchers out. I want to thank all you guys for following along. On the weekends where we can't shoot deer, this is what we do. So I'd say he didn't run any further than about 45, 50 yards. I can step it off and find out for sure, but for such a big hog, whenever you make the right shot, you put a heart shot on him, they don't go far.
If you ever need me, darling, just pick up the phone.
Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab one of my straps out of the back of my truck. I'm going to tie it around his back legs, and I'm going to drag him to the other side of the field. Too big, too nasty to eat when they're this size, and the more that I'm around him, the worse that he starts to stink. My hands smell terrible, so I know his meat's not going to be any better. So we're going to get him tied off and haul him to the other side of the field. Show you guys this for those of you that think I'm crazy. See all of this damage right here? This is hog damage. All of this, where there should be grass and there's not, and they've destroyed it all. The field should look kind of green like that, but instead it looks like this, where they've rooted it. They put these deep ruts in the ground. That tears up farm equipment, tractors, everything. That tears up trucks when you drive through it. This is why we kill them and get rid of them. All that sandy looking area that you guys are seeing is all hog damage. Well guys, I made it back to the house. It is 2:22 in the morning. So I'm going to end it here. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. It's a ton of fun. I had so much fun this evening. I bet a bunch of y'all are probably glad that I finally killed something instead of just talking about it all the time. Anyways, I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Keep hitting that share button. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep liking these videos. Let me know what you guys want to see next. We're going to try, yeah I know, we're going to try to get some deer hunting going. And maybe put some deer on the ground. Like I said in yesterday's video, I'm going to try to get my dad on something this weekend, whether it be a doe or a buck or whatever we can stumble upon. He's going to try to shoot something for his first time in a very long time, so you guys are going to stay tuned for that video. But I'm going to get some sleep because I have class in the morning and I'm not looking too forward to it. Appreciate each and every one of you watching. Love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.